this gets answered here. Good afternoon, Evolution family. Today is Wednesday, January 29th. It's a little bit after 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'm hosting a Collaborative Archer Travel Service, and I want to welcome you to the Archer Travel Wednesday training. As you can see, we are in the Archer Travel Service universe here, but today's going to be a good one. And I want to really, oh, this guy's just killing me. But I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying. It's in the middle of, hey, Amanda, it's hump day, right?
Happy hump day, Jose.
Happy hump day, as they say.
Did you notice the 2 new things we had? We had the new intro that China just made, and then we have your new Prezi that Jose just made.
Yeah, what you guys see now is we don't do PowerPoint. We do this new program called Prezi. It's like present, like are you present or Prezi? But that's what we have. So this is going to be kind of, we're going to be going around these things. Now, today, what we're going to be doing is a really important one. It's called How to Book a Cruise. And this is the foundation of your business. You guys book so many cruises, and you really should follow these steps. And joining us via phone is the woman herself who is just an outstanding pillar of help here at Archer Travel, and that's Miss Peggy Hay. Good afternoon, Peggy. How are you?
Good afternoon, Jose, and the entire group.
All right.
Welcome aboard.
Okay, and she's going to help us with this. Now, here's the thing. If you want a copy of this PowerPoint, I can send you the PowerPoint, especially for you senior leaders that, you know, have your own teams and your own team trainings. So let's get to it. Let's go to the very first frame there. Okay, like I said, today is Wednesday, January 29th, and the reason why we're doing this is because it's Margaritaville at Sea Week, and we are in the middle of wave season, and these are important tips that you should know about. So when you're dealing with clients, and you guys, let me tell you, let me stop right here, and Peggy, you can vouch for me on this, okay? I'm getting too many calls where the clients don't know what I had this one agent yesterday calling me up going, I'm looking at Hawaii, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that. And as I talked to the agent, then she says, but you know, she's still looking at a cruise. And I said, stop. You are spinning your wheels, right, Peggy? And
definitely narrow them down.
And the client still doesn't know whether they want land, Hawaii, or a cruise. And I went, you know, this is where you got to get into your advisor hat. Now, you guys listen to me. The client should know where they want to go, when they want to go, and what their budget is. It's not your job. And, you know, like, and she goes, I found them this, and I found them this great villa. I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, that's not your job to find them. Because what if you book this villa, and this villa is $15,000 for the week, and they get up there and they don't like it? Who are they going to get mad at? They're going to get mad at you. It's always the client. Now, you can help them and suggestions. You guys, we have a ton of video library stuff that you can send them. If you follow the weekly kickoff and the weekly wrap-up that we do on Monday and Friday, we're always showing you the professional official videos from the websites of our preferred suppliers that you can send that to them. Whether it's Carnival, Princess, Royal Caribbean, you know, we show them all and use that. So don't be, you know, oh, I'm going to look for this, you know, because you're excited and you're a new agent. And then next thing you know, you're spending all your day trying to find something that they may not even want to book. So qualify better.
And it's hard to beat a cruise because a cruise includes so much more than any kind of a land tour can do.
Yeah, forget this. Let's just do that. Man, that's hurting me up there. All right, now I'm ready to go. Ready, Amanda? Come on. Amanda, how you doing today?
Now we're getting excited.
Here we go. How to book a cruise 2025. Like I said, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me at the end of the presentation and we'll go through it. I highly recommend that you get a piece of paper, a pen, or a pencil. I'll do the first one, Peggy, and then you do the next one. Real simple.
Okay.
Let's decide what this is. What is a cruise? A cruise is an ocean voyage on a cruise ship, taken for pleasure or as a vacation. Cruise ships are semi and sometimes all-inclusive resorts that move from port to port. For travelers, they offer a chance to sample the life of different ports and includes opportunities both for relaxation and excitement. Passengers can visit different places without constantly packing and unpacking. Good point here, especially if you're doing Europe. Depending on the cruise line and the pricing package, the price of the cruise usually takes care of the accommodations, meals, activities, entertainment, and much more. Now you say to me, Jose, why are we doing this? I already know what that is. But here it is. The general public doesn't know what this is. So when you're out there in your community, or if you're answering emails and stuff, go and see how many people know the difference between Carnival and Princess. Ask them, have you ever been on a cruise? No, I don't know anything about it. This is what you explain to them what it is. This is what it offers them. Okay? All right, let's go to the next slide. Here you go, Miss Peggy. You can do this one.
Okay. What is a cruise ship? A cruise ship is like a large floating resort. Or think of a city all on its own.
Mm-hmm.
On board, you can enjoy the luxury and comfort of a 5-star hotel, plus you can choose from different activities. Most cruise ships are equipped with several restaurants, bars, casinos, swimming pools, jacuzzi, spas, gyms, shops, theater, cinema. There's so much going on a cruise ship 24/7. It's unbelievable.
Now, I want to stop you right here, okay? And the reason why we bring this up is that every one of our preferred cruise line suppliers has new inventory, brand new ships, and they are outstanding. Yep. I mean, last year, you guys, we showed you each time they were on, going, we got a new ship, we got a new ship, we got a new ship, and we were showing the wonderful, beautiful videos of these ships. I mean, you know, the MSC America, that one, World America, that one looks outstanding. You know, the Norwegian cruise line, Agua and the Luna, the Princess, the Star Princess and the Sun Princess. You know, Royal Caribbean's, I forget the name of that, the Utopia. The Utopia of the Seas. Yep. That's another new one. So, and Carnival, I mean, there's just all these ships. And that's why you should know this and show them that. You know, MSC's got great, all of them have great price points, and now during wave season is the time to book this. Okay, these 3 months, January, February, March, this is the time when we book it. All right, let's go to the next slide. And the inventory, I'm so excited about the inventory. Okay, here are the Archer Travel Cruise Line preferred suppliers, and these are the cruise lines that you can book through Archer Travel. Look here, the 3 stars means the preferred suppliers. And what do I mean by preferred suppliers? Is your commission's going to be bigger? Your customer service is going to be easier. I mean, we are, you know, I can pick up the phone right now and call Kevin Kerwin or Thomas Ching at Norwegian or Drew Sons, and they take our call right away when we need help. And that's why I salute the great BDMs that we work with. And of course, Randy Rout and Jill Langley, all of them. I mean, they're just wonderful. And even now that we have this one, Margaritaville at Sea. And we just had a 1 p.m. webinar. Hey, Amanda, how did that go? The Margaritaville at Sea. How was that one?
It was great. So during that session, she went through how to make a booking. So she went step by step and really showed you how to make a booking. She did like a mock booking for you guys. So that was really helpful. And then we had tons of questions at the end. So we answered a lot of those. And then we gave contact information for where to get more of your questions answered.
So, okay, with that being said, like for those of you who missed that, it's right here on this Facebook page. Again, the senior leaders, the platinums, the golds, the silver, that you know, their new agents going, oh, you know, I missed that. Where can I find it? Come to this Facebook page. It's be right here. You can review it anytime at your leisure, in case you missed it. Okay, let's just go through the prefers really quick. Carnival Cruise Line, salute them. Celebrity, they're coming in here soon in the next couple of weeks. Celestial Cruises, Disney Cruise Line with Monica, Holland America Line, MSC Cruises, Margaritaville, Norwegian Cruise Line. As you can see, we have a lot. Princess, Royal Caribbean, and Virgin Voyages. Now, we've just recently started doing some stuff with Cunard. They were in here a couple of weeks ago, and Regent 7 Seas are going to be coming soon also. But those are the preferred. Know this. Know who your cruise lines are, okay? Because these are the people that will be coming in the next couple of weeks, okay? Let's go to the next slide.
New cruise pricing for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
First pricing is going to be the lowest cabin category. The amounts currently shown is for cabin only, but that includes, you know, per person, double occupancy, port charges, taxes, and fees. The items not included are going to be insurance, gratuities, drink packages, and miscellaneous packages like spa and wellness, specialty restaurants, and excursions. And of course, if you ever have questions on the pricing, contact the cruise line customer support. Always, always get the name of the party that you are talking to. should I need to be able to go back to that party, or if we have any issues further on, we'll have a name that we can refer to.
Now, again, this is really important. Now, what I meant by first pricing is this. Let's say that you see, you're driving around your city or something, and you see a bus that has, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, blah, 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 and they have a pricing on there, okay? Usually when you see it in advertisements of, starting at blah, 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 that will always be the lowest cabin category. After that, it goes up, okay? So be aware of that. Now, for these items, and help me out here, Peggy, if you can, the pricing show does not include this. The drink packages, gratuities, insurance, all of these will be a separate charge, right?
Correct.
So you're going to have to run the credit card twice for this amount right here, and then you're going to have to run it for the drink packages, for all the specialty stuff and the excursions and stuff like that, okay? Let's go to the next slide. That was from the new cruise pricing because they changed it last year. Here's an example of the pricing that you get. Here's one from a cruise quote from Carnival. As you can see, we have a 7-day inside passage glacier from Seattle. We're going to Alaska on the Carnival Luminosa. We have a balcony, and it's an upgrade up to 8D. All right, so that's that. Let's go to the next slide. I'm going to just show you quickly what the quotes look like. And then here we have the breakdown. We have the itinerary, then we have the quote, all right? And this you can actually email to your client, all right? Let's go to the next slide. And here's your final one, your fare information payment schedule. Peggy, you look at a lot of these. You want to talk a little bit about this one?
All right. When you're looking at the quoting tool on any of the cruise lines, they're going to normally have it broken down per person, but it's going to give you the total. It's also going to tell you what you've requested. So on the itinerary where we had to get the actual stops the cruise was making, it broke it down to the per person, gives you the cruise charges, the required cruise fees and expenses, the government taxes. So it gave you a grand total there of $3,118. It shows that you have a deposit due, the actual due date that it should be there, and the final payment date. And then, of course, it's going to let you know whether there's any onboard credits, anything along that line. And this is what you'd actually send over to the client so that they could look at it. And all cruise lines have a basic tool where you can forward that quote over to the client so they can take a look at it. They can make some decisions.
Okay, now
offer the prepaid gratuities and also the trip cancellation insurance.
you know what, Peggy? I was just going to say that and how important that is. Okay.
Yeah.
First off, the gratuities, really, you're going to, anybody who's been on a cruise knows how hard these crews work. Your cabin crews that clean up your cabins, the people that work in the restaurants and in the bars and everything, they work very, very hard to make sure that you are enjoying yourself and having a good time.
Yeah.
So you really want to leave those gratuities in.
So many times people don't realize the cost associated, and they don't realize that they're not getting off the ship without paying the gratuity.
Right.
Add it to the cruise.
And move on.
If the client really says, no, I'm going to do it on board, okay, that'll be on their final sheet that gets slid under their door the final night.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go down the following morning. They'll settle up for the cruise line and leave the ship.
Yeah. Now, also the insurance. The insurance is very important. It's sort of like travel protection insurance on this booking. If you do not get the insurance and something happens, like they don't make it to the ship, they've lost their entire investment. So here it is. Let's say that this couple, they have this balcony, and I don't want no insurance. I know I'm going to go on it. Something happens. Their flight is late.
No matter what.
No matter what. As a matter of fact, when I was booking cruise, I never even mentioned it. It was already in the cruise. Like it's part of the price. So again, it's very important. I see too many agents burn going, oh my God, the clients didn't want to purchase the insurance. They got down there, the ship was gone. And let me tell you something. We just got back from a cruise, okay? We're there, right? It's at, the ship's there at 8:30 in the morning. It's already there. At 2 o'clock, they close, no, at 3 o'clock. That was it. You couldn't get on. Anybody who wasn't on, we were there for another 2.5 hours before we left. And I could see people yelling at us, let us on, let us on. Nope, nope, because TSA is gone, all the check-in people have gone, and we're just waiting there to go out. So again, you know, the insurance is really, it protects the investment of your clients. It protects their travel investment, whether it's going to be a credit or you get a full refund. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Are all cruise lines all-inclusive? Well, no, not really, okay? They are kind of like semi-inclusive. Now, the big boys, I mean, the higher up you get into luxury, like the Regent Seven Seas, the Cunard, and Silver Seas, you know, what's another one? Crystal Cruises. Those are all-inclusive. Those, I mean, you don't pay for nothing. All the specialty restaurants are included. All the excursions are included. It is, and I think sometimes the spa you still got to pay for, but the rest of it, it's all-inclusive. Now, semi-all-inclusive cruise lines include like Carnival, Princess, Royal Caribbean. They have specialty restaurants which you have to pay for. They also have excursions that you have to pay for, and those are non-commissionable. Now, in the case of Margaritaville at Sea, a lot of their stuff is commissionable, like the excursions and specialty restaurants. So you have to work that out with that cruise line. But with these guys, that you have to pay for it. Your clients need to pay for it, okay? So you can get that all-inclusive feel on Carnival and Princess. You buy the drink package, you go to pay for the restaurant, you still have the use of the dining room, you still have the use of the buffet, you still have the use of, you know, Guy Fieri's burgers and the taco bars and all that stuff, all the other foods that they offer. Shaq O'Neill's Chicken Shack on Carnival. So all of that is still there. You can have that. So you can make it kind of like an all-inclusive deal. So, you know, I'm just letting you know you can get that feeling like that. All right, let's go to the next slide.
Oh, the drink packages.
You go ahead, Peggy.
Is it time for margaritas yet?
Yeah, it's time for margaritas. Right, Amanda?
Yep. It's
always, it's Margaritaville week, you know?
It's Margaritaville week.
Yep, exactly. Okay, the drink packages. Non-alcoholic drink packages will include coffee, teas, juices, sodas, milk, water. The wine and spirits package include the following. Basically the same: coffee, teas, juices, soda, milk, water, unlimited beer, wine, mixed drinks, and then the specialties. Now, there are, and they're more than generous. You can intake up to 15 alcohol beverages per day.
What?
Thank heavens you're not driving.
Yep. Okay. That's on one brand. That's on one. Okay.
And then there are some higher end liquors, the Johnny Walker, Reds?
Yeah, and all that.
Sometimes there's going to be an additional charge for that.
Yeah, but that's.
They also give you a dollar amount, like no more than $20 per drink, something along that line.
Mm-hmm. Now. But
well worth it. Saves you a bundle if you do the drink package, rather than to get that final check and you have a heart attack.
Okay, now, what Peggy was talking about was that some of the cruise lines have a limit of how many alcohol beverages you can have. And there are some that have unlimited, okay? So that's something that you have to look into. I won't mention any names, but, you know, there are some, like the one we just got off of, they're unlimited, okay? They don't. But now I'm going to tell you something. When you see the bill, and they will give you a bill and you have to sign for it usually, or they ask for your cabin number, you'll see they're about $14, $15 a pop per beverage. This is why this is very important for families, especially when you have children that do the milk, the juices, the sodas, and all that. Because if you got people that are buying sodas, okay, kids that are buying a tremendous amount of sodas, that can add up really quickly. Then the parents looking at it going, oh my God, I have a $250 bill just for sodas. So that's why I'm saying get this for your families. Make sure that they are aware of this, because this is really good, and this is going to save your family of 4 that are going on the Carnival Panorama a chunk of change. So make sure you know about that.
Definitely.
Okay?
And do it ahead of time.
Yep. Yeah, do it ahead of time.
Once you board the ship, not only is it going to be more expensive,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be valid
Until the next day.
maybe later that day
Or the next day.
following morning.
That's right. So there you are, you're buying all those drinks again. So you want to make sure that you
Exactly.
purchase this as you're making the booking and going, now let's take care of the drink packages, the excursions, spa treatments, etc. Okay, go to the next slide. Again, really important for the families on that one. Okay, all right, qualify. Picking the right cruise line. You know, these are some questions that when you sit down and talk to the client, you guys, there's no shortcuts here. I'm telling you, you want to do this right, you want to create more business coming back to you, sit down and let them get to know you as you get to know them and talk to them. Don't just go, oh, I emailed you the form, email it back to me and I'll get you a price. That's nothing. You're making them work. And they have enough with their family, their kids, their jobs, everything to sit down. What? Now I have to write something out and send this out back to this travel person? No, get to know them. Sit down and ask the questions. Why are you going on the cruise? Have you ever cruised before? Which cruise line do you want to go on? Which cruise line did you go on? Explain the pre and post nights. More commission here on this one. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, more commission. Explain the air, the transfer portion. Explain the excursions. Are there any special circumstances, needs? Well, we're taking our Aunt Mary. Oh, wow, she's in a wheelchair. She needs oxygen, blah, 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 blah. When do you want to go on the cruise? The dates. Do the clients have passports? Do you want to invite anyone else? Family, friends, etc. Here's an extra, see, because you sit down and you talk to them. You say, oh, okay, I'm here talking to the Smiths. Yeah, referral, blah, blah, blah. Hey, okay, so you want to go on the Carnival Panorama and you want to do July 4th weekend of 2025? Yeah, you want a cabin, blah, blah, blah. Hey, do you want to invite anybody else? Well, yeah, what about the Millers down the street? They're friends with us. You know, we always do stuff with them. Let's invite the Millers. Your booking has now just exploded to 2 bookings.
Yep.
By asking that simple question. But you guys don't. Here, I'm going to email you I'm going to email that to you. Fill it out, Mr. Client. I don't have time for that. Sit down, and this is 5 minutes, people. 5 minutes of you.
Have coffee together. Get to know each other.
On the phone, via Zoom. Get in front of the client. They get to know you. And then when they say, oh, well, yeah, the Smiths, you know, when you're talking to the Smiths, yeah, the Johnsons down the street, we want to invite them. Boom. All of a sudden, my booking's now 2. Because I've sat down and taken my time to get to know them. And then you know what? And I said this the other day when I was at the Evolution Boot Camp. I said, how many of you guys have booked something for someone and you've gotten a referral? And the hands all went up. Right? Because you've sat down, you made a relationship with that person or that family, and they brought you more business. So now you have 2 bookings here. You think they're going to give you more business? Of course they will. Are they going to refer you more business? Of course they will. So that's why I'm saying, sit down. I mean, the 2 easiest things in this.
Get to know your clients.
Yeah.
Get to know their kids.
Yeah.
Make it personal.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and I said the 2 most important things in this business, if you do it right, is this: qualify, and if you follow up. Boom, you'll be successful. Yeah. You will be. It's that easy.
Exactly.
Let's go to the next slide. We're going to qualify some more. Come on, Peggy, you do this next one.
Oh.
Qualify.
What kind of cabin do your clients want? You've got to either show them pictures would be the easiest way, and then go through them with them. Do you want an interior? An interior cabin is not going to have any windows, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna psychologically make you think that there is a window, because somewhere in that cabin there's going to be a picture or curtains that are going to give you the feeling of some kind of window behind. It ain't happening. We have the ocean view, which will have a picture window. You have your balconies that are going to have sliding doors that open, and you're going to have a little patio with table and chairs, your mini suites, which are going to be larger, and again, they're going to have those huge windows, and then you have your grand suites. So you need to make sure your clients understand the different types of cabins that they might be able to get, obtain with your assistance, and the difference.
Okay.
And each one is going to have a different cost point.
Okay. Now, let me give you a tip here on a hack. Okay. Let's say you got a couple that are interested in going on the Carnival Panorama, and we want to see, and you're looking at some balconies on some decks. Okay. You can actually go to YouTube, okay, and put in Carnival Panorama, and you put in the cabin number, and it will show you a video, because people are always doing videos of, here's a room inspection of cabin 552, a balcony, and you go through here, the bathrooms. You can actually see the entire cabin before you can book it, and you can send that video to your client and say, here's what the cabins look like.
Yes.
Here's what, for every cruise that I do, I always go to YouTube and check, well, I wonder what my cabin's going to look like. I put in cabin 707. Oh, they have 710. Well, that's 3 cabins down. It's the same category. Let's take a look what it looks like, what I bought for. What did I get? What am I going to get? And it'll show you everything. So use that, okay? That way they know what they're getting. Now, be careful here. I hear too much at times about 4 people booking a balcony, okay? I'm going to tell you something right now. You're going to be all over each other. I mean, it's these
or
are,
an interior. Oh my God, yes.
yeah,
no,
you're going to be in cramped quarters. Everything on here is comfortable, but even with 2 people, but try putting 4 people in here, it can get crowded really quick. There's only so much storage for wardrobe. There's only so much, and the bathrooms are tiny, and they have tiny shelves with, you can't put all the stuff in there. So again, be careful with that. All right, let's go to the next slide. I'll do this one. Qualify. What time do your clients want to dine? Dining times. Clients choose 5, 6 p.m., 7, and anytime dining. These are offered from the cruise lines. You can ask that. Now, here's something that you have to tell your client about. And this is something that's very important. All the cruise lines of our preferred suppliers have dress-up night.
Yes.
So make sure your clients know about this. They'll have a white party or a red party or etc. But they need to know about this so they don't just, well, I'm going on a cruise. I'm just going to wear my flip-flops and my tank tops and my bathing suit all through the cruise. No. There will be dress-up nights for the entire family. They make a big deal about this. If you are not dressed up, you will not have entry into the dining room. So they take it really serious. And man, do you see some people dressed up. I mean, most of the time.
They dress to the nines.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
you've got the women in long gowns.
Yeah.
You've got the men. I've seen some in tuxedos if they really want to get really dressed
they
up.
get dressed up. And usually on the most 7-nighters on the Carnival, they have a veterans night, so a lot of veterans wear their uniforms. And it's really an outstanding, it's just really outstanding. It brings a lot of class to the evening, and then you start going to the shows and the casinos and you see everybody dressed up. It's kind of cool. So, but know that. Okay, let's go to the next slide.
Oh, and we have the ports.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
These are the major ports or cruise terminals within the U.S., and you want to become familiar with them so that when your clients say, okay, I want to go out of San Francisco, what can you do for me? Well, the first thing you're going to ask is, well, where would you like to cruise to, of course? Alaska is very popular out of San Francisco. Hawaii. You can do a Central Coast type cruise. Los Angeles. My goodness, you can go all over from Los Angeles. On the East Coast, those are going to be Bahamas, Caribbeans. You can go into Canada. So if you know what ports you're dealing with, you can get a better idea of what your clients are truly asking for and be able to take care of them better. New England sailings are very popular from the East Coast too.
And also cross-Atlantics, Cunard.
And the transatlantic, exactly.
So
there are more cruise ships doing transatlantic now too.
let me just make a point about this. This map is a couple of years old because I think Charleston is now closed, and Norfolk, I think it's seasonal on that. So, but these are the majority of them. Now, not all
Right.
cruise lines go out of these ports. You know, don't just think,
No.
oh, does Carnival go out of San Diego? No, Carnival does not go out of San Diego. It
Right.
comes out of Long Beach, and it does Los Angeles, out of Long Beach, and then San Francisco. But you guys should know where these are. And what you should be doing is, if you're living out here, like in Arizona or in Texas, or up here, like in, you know, the Midwest, Oklahoma, where's my closest cruise terminal? If you're a new agent, you want to find out where your closest cruise terminal is. If you're living on the East Coast, I just spoke to an agent in Virginia. I said, Baltimore is your closest one, or you could try Norfolk, but that one again is off and on. I heard that they're coming back and then they're not. And so, you know, make sure. But you want to find out where your closest one is. How far is it to drive to it? How do I get to it by plane? How can I get my clients there easily so they can start having their fun on their cruise? So know this map, all right? All right, let's go to the next slide. I like that one. That was pretty good. All right, cruise weather factors. This is important. I can't state it enough. And this also goes for land, people. So really think about this for land, because you guys book a ton of. I just had an agent call me this morning about doing a Sandals birthday party that they want to do in July. And I said, have you told the client that it's hurricane season then? And it's not really the big hurricane. The big hurricane season happens in September. It's the biggest month, September, October, all right? Are the biggest months for hurricane season. And they do happen. It's not like a season doesn't go by that they don't happen. So be aware of this. Also, again, so this is the Caribbean, June 1st through November 30th. Then you have the Pacific, May 15th through November 30th. Now, the Pacific is a little bit, it's not as, it depends. Do they get rough hurricanes? Yes, they do. But those hurricanes just kind of like appear out of nowhere. Usually the ones in the Caribbean, they can track going across the Atlantic. But sometimes on the Pacific, because it's so vast that these systems start like maybe a day outside of Mexico, and then next thing you know, boom, the next day they're in Mexico. And this has happened a lot. So you got to be aware of this when you're talking to your clients. Let them know about this. You know, if you've got, oh yeah, we're going to do a destination wedding in Cancun in October. Boom. You know, let them know about this. There's nothing worse. They get down there and, you know, and the thing about this season is one weekend is paradise. The next weekend it's devastation when the hurricane comes in. So know this. This is important, not just for cruises, but for land also. Okay?
Exactly.
All right, let's go to the next slide.
And then we have the final cruise quotes.
Okay.
Include the following: total price of the cruise per person.
Wait, hon, I think you went too far on one. We're on how to get cruise quotes.
I'm sorry. How to get cruise quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the cruise line website and build the cruise quote with the correct information. Email to client for the review of the booking. Call the cruise, or you can call the cruise line and ask for a cruise quote. You can you will use the Archer Cruise number, which is the 818-248-9141. Make a note of that number because we use that for all suppliers.
Can I stop here for a second, Peggy? Can I stop here for a second?
Yes.
When you call the cruise line, okay, when you talk to the land vendors and all that, or other travel companies, they say, what is your IATA number? But when you call the cruise line, they're not going to ask for that. They're going to ask for this number. What's the
phone number?
What's the travel agency phone number? And you give them that number. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Provide all the information: itinerary, ship, date, sail, or the dates, cabin type. All of that information you have collected from the client. Get the name of the customer service representative. Have them email you the quote, and then send it on to the client to review. Then you can actually book it. Mm-hmm. 2 quotes: agent quote and client quote, and make sure you send the correct quote to the client, which is the client quote. During that process, make sure you reach out to me so that we can go through the quote, or if your clients have decided that that's what they want to do, before you put money on it, call me or email me, whichever is easiest, so that I can go through that with you to make sure everything is in fact correct, so that you've got the correct rates, all of the additional benefits have been applied, whether past guests, anything along that line, and then you should be good to go.
Now, I want to make a point here, which she just said, and I really mean this for all you new agents. If you are working on your first cruise, I don't know why you guys don't do this. And then you go down the rabbit hole, and then we got to call you back. Oh my God, Jose, I didn't know I was supposed to call Peggy who? No, I said it's Peggy Hape. And they go, Peggy, oh, no, I don't know. I just booked this thing. And well, now there's no insurance on it. There's no this, there's no that. And the client wants this and that. And see? So if you're working on your first cruise booking and you're about ready to book it, you're about ready to shoot the gun and purchase it, call Peggy.
Yeah.
Call us. She will sit.
Yeah.
And the reason why, you go, well, why should we do that, Jose? Because we want to make sure that it's commissionable, that you've done it right, and you're going to make your commission on it. We want to make sure you get paid correctly. Because a lot of times, you new guys are like, oh, I quoted net instead of gross. Well, there's no commission on net because it's net. You never quote net. It's always gross. So again, make sure that you check your booking with Peggy. And even if you're on your second or third booking, call her. Especially if you're doing a group. Call her. A group cruise, okay?
Yes.
And we're going to talk
I
about
love
group cruises in a couple weeks.
You all.
All right.
And I'm here to assist you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the final cruise quote. Include the following. Total price of the cruise per person, cabin price, all taxes, fees, insurance, port charges, gratuities. Not included in the pricing should be purchased, the drink packages, excursions, the gratuities, and all that. All right, let's go to the next slide. It's a lot of fun. Cruising is a lot of fun, so you're really going to enjoy it. I mean, I always do.
Yep.
I always have a lot of fun on a cruise.
All right, this is ways to purchase.
Yep, yeah, go back. You were right, Amanda.
Online purchase, cruise line website, phone in to the cruise line, get the credit card authorization form, then Archer Travel bookings and commission forms need to be done. Be careful, do not take cash. You're not bankers. Don't do cash. And then be careful with the gift cards too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one. But again, don't take cash. Don't take cash.
No.
Don't say, well, I'm going to give you a check, then you pay for my cruise. No, we don't do that. You either have a credit card or you have a debit card to do this with. Okay, let's go to the next slide.
Exactly.
Again, if you want a copy of this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me, and I'm going to show you that information here in a minute. Boom, right there. You can or Jose L at archertravel.com, Jose L at archertravel.com. But if you need anything, it's right there, and there's our phone number and everything. Peggy, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day. I really appreciate you, connecting with the agents here. And again, if you guys have any cruise questions, Peggy is always available. Just reach out to her. I know she's very busy working with the group cruises, and you guys have a ton of group cruises, but she will get back to you. I promise you. If you leave a voicemail for her, she will call you back. Okay,
email, voicemail, whatever you need to do. I am always here for you. I enjoy talking to each and every agent that reaches out to me. We're family.
Yep, we are family. Amanda,
we are family.
Amanda, do we have any questions?
Well, I answered a couple in chat, which was her email, so I put that in chat, and then also even for individual cruise bookings, and then I said no, only if you need help or it's your first time. Yeah, but listen, and if you've been doing this for a while and you have a question, like you've booked 10 cruises, I mean, listen, one of our biggest group cruise guys is Michael Clark, and he still calls us up asking for help. So we're here for you people, okay? Bet. All right. Yeah. That's it. Again, if you want to copy this PowerPoint, all you need to do is email me. Again, thank you, Peggy, so much for being with us. All right, you guys, I will see you on Friday morning. Please join us tomorrow. Is Thursday. We have this whole thing again, but in Español para las agentes en Mexico, we'll be doing how to book a cruise for you guys. I'm Jose Lambert of Archer Travel Service. Have a wonderful evening. See you Friday. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.